Blog Talk Radio.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to an all-new Some Kind of Radio show here on Blog Talk Radio. Call in live now at 347-989-8810. And here's our host, the one, the only, Biggie Earl McCune.
That's my job over here. 347-989-8810. You're listening to Some Kind of Radio show here on blogtalkradio.com. I am your host, Earl McCune. Well, talk about gripes. This is going to be gripe night. This is our famous gripe night. I don't know if it's famous. Well, I know my number one gripe is. Got one. No, I'm thinking about it. My new gripe. I had a gripe in mind, but I got a new one. We're working the switchboards here, and I told my co-host, Debbie, who's on with me tonight, handle the switchboard. I will handle all the audio. What does she do? She hits the audio. Thanks,
I didn't
Jeff.
hit the audio.
Well, I didn't hit the opening intro button. You did.
No, I didn't.
Well, it didn't hit itself, and I didn't touch it.
You must be seeing things.
Yeah, I think so. Well, this is going to be an interesting show. We're going to discuss our gripe night. It's a night to complain. Well, what are you going to do? Let's complain. So here's my first complaint. Griping about my wife doing things like arguing with me. There is my first gripe of the night. I am griping about my wife because she likes to say she does something and she doesn't do something, and then you know what she did? Just like I just said. I told her, hey, handle the switchboard, the phone lines. I'll handle all the other audio cues and all that because we're on two separate computers handling the little board here that Blog Talk Radio provides us here on the computers. I'm on one and she's on another. And I said, yeah, you know what? Yeah, you want a little more responsibility? Sure, handle the switchboard. But no, she handles the audio clips. That's okay. She did great. She cued it just right, so I'm going to give her a little credit there.
I didn't touch it.
Oh, man. Sure. And there's my other gripe. Is Alex still having a cow about YouTube?
Yes, he is, because my phone's not working with the internet right now.
Oh, and here we go. Gripe night, here we go. Got an angry little 10-year-old in the background screaming about he can't watch YouTube because we're doing this show. And then my first gripe of the night, of course, you're hitting the button and saying, oh, whatever, it doesn't matter.
I didn't. I actually was dealing with him when the show started.
Yeah, sure, whatever. Anyway. Okay, Deb. Now that we are discussing gripes, again, let me repeat the phone number for those that may be listening. All one or two of you are listening right now. 347-989-8810. Feel free to call in live and have a discussion with myself and Deb. And Mike, our other co-host, should be calling in at some point. He'll be calling in
If he ever
as
gets
early
off his butt.
Well, he's working right now. You got to remember that. He has a job where he holds up a desk all day. So.
Yeah, that's true. That's typical Mikey fashion.
He holds it up with his rather abundant manliness. Let's just leave it at that. But he does a good job at it. We're very proud of him. He does well. Speaking of gripes, Deb, we said we'd talk about our gripes. Give me one of your top gripes. I want to hear. The world wants to hear your top gripe.
There's one of many. I
You
would
mean
have
Alex
to say
in the background?
him too. I would have to say my biggest gripe with being married is when our husbands do not clean out the sinks after they shave.
And we are having issues upon issues tonight. let's see, I got kids running in through around the house. I got one screaming, having a cow, and I got a dog running around me. This is going to be a fun show. This is a good night to have gripes. I'm telling you, you know. Well, that's how we handle that. We're just going to mute her mic for just a few minutes. You can tell what kind of show we're having already. Welcome to the train wreck edition here, again, of some kind of radio show here on blogtalkradio.com. Tonight is Gripe Night. 347-989-8810 is our phone number to call in and talk to us. I'm going to talk by myself for a minute because this is one of my biggest gripes, trying to do a radio show, and I have my son in the background having an absolute fit because he's not getting his way right now. So while Debbie is taking care of business in the other room, I'm going to take care of some here on this end as I cough. And that's another gripe of mine. It's funny, I've been trying the last couple days here to get rid of this funky cold or whatever I got going on. And yesterday and even part of today, if you can't tell in my voice, I'm just a little bit nasally right now. So I apologize to those of us. So those of you who may be listening live on the air right now here on blogtalkradio.com. Anyway, this is already turning into the train wreck edition here. So we're just gonna go with the flow of this night, and we're just gonna try and have some fun with this thing if we can possibly do that at all. I'll tell you what. One of my other biggest gripes, moving forward here, another subject to talk about, along with the gripes, is I was trying to drive the other day, and I work my regular job. I work a third shift job. Okay, so I drive home probably around sunrise, and the biggest gripe I have, and you can't help this. This is nothing you can do about it. This is one of the things that irritates the snot out of pretty much everybody. You get that morning sun glare. Sun glare, oh my goodness, absolutely kills me. I'm trying to drive home, and you got that sun right in your eyes. Oh my God. Talk about a gripe. That is one of my biggest gripes ever. I hate that. I just want to just go crazy when I hear that. But there's nothing I can do about it.
What are you complaining about now?
Well, like what I was saying is when I drive home in the morning and I catch that sun glare, and that sun glare is right in my eyes. You know what I'm talking about?
That's what they make sunglasses for.
Yeah, well, I just got a text from Mikey. He won't be coming on the show. He's got something that came up, and that's fine. No problem. All right. No problem.
That means I'm going to have to test you on the 7 random questions tonight.
Oh, well, you know what? Yes, that's going to be our other little tidbit for the night. We're going to do 7 random questions, our newest little bit on this show, to try to inject just a little bit of humor into this whole thing. Oh, boy. I'll tell you. We have just begun the train wreck edition of this show, Deb. I've heard some train wreck editions before, but good night to have a great night.
This is just a catastrophe.
No, it hasn't blown up yet. I mean, it hasn't really gone totally yet, but we got 20 minutes. We'll have some fun with this thing somehow. Anyway, I was talking about sun glare. So that's probably one of my biggest gripes is sun glare. Then the other one I got.
Oh, boy. Blah, 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 blah.
Well, it's what I do, lady.
And you do it very well, I'd have to say.
Well, thank you very little. Anyway, one of my biggest gripes, and this is a traffic thing, okay? You're trying to drive down the road. You know what it's like driving down Interstate 76, and I go 76 to work and home. And I'm trying to drive down the road, and I just get on the freeway, and I just get up the speed, okay? And, as I come on the on-ramp to get on the freeway, I look back, and probably I'll have a truck probably about 450 yards behind me as I'm trying to get up the speed, okay, which I can get up the speed pretty quickly. I get this happened to me Friday morning. I'm driving. I get this jackass behind me. He suddenly decides to be leadfoot, gets right on my ass, and he starts honking at me. And I'm like, ooh, Jesus, I'm doing 65 in a 50, and this guy's on my butt. So, of course, what are you going to do? I'm not going to win against a big truck, I'm driving this little Ford Taurus, and this guy's in his truck. So, of course, I decide, okay, and here's the thing. I'm even in the right lane, okay? So I'm not in the passing lane. I'm in the cruising lane. So I'm thinking, okay, truck, go around me. There's plenty of room. And what's this guy do? He rides my butt for a mile and a quarter honking at me. Next thing you know, I get off the...
Maybe he was trying to get your number.
Maybe, I don't know. He might recognize me. I don't know. But anyway, I get off the freeway. And what happens? He gets off with me. I'm like, oh, jeez. All right. And then, of course, me being the gentlemanly guy I am, I let him pass me. And, of course, as I let him go by me, I was polite enough to give him the nice one-finger salute and tell him hello. So... Yes, and I'm the only one that thinks that's funny. And I'm the only one that probably thinks that's funny. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. 347-989-8810 here on some kind of radio show. Earl, your host here. Debbie, my co-host tonight. We
the
are
better
on the air
half,
live.
I'd have to say.
I'm the prettier half. What can I say?
Ladies and gentlemen, that's what happens when you've been married for almost 11 years. You get to pick on each other and get away with it.
Yeah, well, who asked you?
You did.
Who asked
You're
you
not the only one that can talk.
Well, you know what? Talk, then. Talk. How about it?
I can't over your big mouth.
Big mouth, okay. Okay.
Well, they don't call you Big E for any other reason.
You know who's Big E? I'm Big E for many, many reasons.
Yeah. Go ahead and stroke that ego a little bit more. Watch your head blow up.
I'm not really a radio show host or a warehouse worker, but in my former life, I was a porn star.
Yeah. Until you lost your cojones.
Well, no. What happened was in my former life, I found out I went and found out through some kind of tarot reader or whatever that I was a midget in my former. I shouldn't say midget. I was a little person in my former life, and I did what they call midget porn. So, and yes, I'm making this up as I go. Did I just go there?
I think you just did, and no wonder I'm embarrassed to be seen in public with you.
Yeah. Take a number.
And that leads me to another gripe.
I'm all ears. Go ahead. Come on.
It's always pretty sad when you can't take your husbands to the store without...
Wait, husbands? Wait a minute, you got more than one?
Well, I'm saying in general that you can't take them to the store and come home with what was on your list.
What are you talking about? I stick to the list, perfectly.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah, I got my list, you got your list, and we make them work together, so we stick to the list. Oh, my God, only on this
You're
show.
in so much trouble.
Yeah, right, yeah, I'm in trouble. I'm so scared. Oh, my goodness gracious.
How about another major gripe, trying to watch a movie when you have your kids still up? Like watching Anchorman last night.
Oh, Anchorman 2. Oh, my goodness. That's it was almost funny, but then it's not funny. Because it's trying to watch the movie, and all you hear is Alex, our son, during the movie, there was a certain, well, for those of you who've seen it, there's a certain racial slur, not really the bad slur, but the scene I'm referring to was the scene where he first gets into GNN and he meets his new boss, and she's of a different ethnic, I can't even say the word. Different
ethnic background?
Yeah, ethnic background, thank you. I can't even talk right now. I got that going. She's got a different ethnic background. And,
you almost said it.
Yeah, I know. I almost said it. And, of course, after Will Ferrell's making his joke there, then you got our son repeating it for an hour. I'm like, oh.
But not half as bad as one of our neighbors walking by, and then he turns around and yells it this morning.
Yes, I know, and I was about ready to stick my foot in his butt. So.
But he can't help it. Gotta love him. Like the baby from Dinosaur used to say, "I'm the baby, gotta love me."
No.
All right.
Oh, my God.
Well, it looks like we've got 12 minutes left in the show, so why don't we play 7 random questions?
Let's play. It's time for 7 random questions. You ready to go, Deb?
I'm ready.
Well, I guess tonight we're going to reverse the roles of this. You're going to ask the questions, and I get to play the answer man. So I'm ready. Let's go. Let's do this. Okay, Deb, I'm ready.
No. Did you make it a porno theme now?
Oh, you don't like the music?
Aw, man. You must have been watching something last night when you got this theme song. But anyways, 7 random questions today. First question is, only 30% of women do what?
30% of women? I'm afraid to answer this one. 30% of women do shave their armpits? I don't know.
Only 30% of women swallow.
Whoa, you sticking with the porn theme of this music here? What the?
I didn't know what. It was just, you said to find some random questions, so I figured that I would find some random questions.
Well, you're in the 70% of women that don't, so let's move on.
Oh. All right. Shoot in Waco was the original name for what soft drink? A, Dr. Pepper, B, Pepsi, C, Coke, or D, Mountain Dew?
Drink Dr. Pepper, don't you know?
He finally got one, so he's one for one.
No, I'm 1 for 2. That's the second question. I'll keep score. You just ask the questions.
All right. Number 3. What is the only 15-letter word in the English language that can be written without repeating a letter?
Oh, crap. I have no idea.
Why don't you take a guess at it?
Well, I know the only 26-letter word that project you bob is as a 2% from Sesame Street.
You give up on this
one?
one?
I do know the 15-letter word. I don't know.
It's uncopyrightable.
Okay, then. I didn't know that. So I learned something. See, ladies and gentlemen, this show is not only random idiocy, or we have a guest, we actually get to learn something. So, yay, go us. All right, keep going. I'm ready.
Okay. Number 4. Where are 40,000 Americans injured each year?
In the bathroom.
Okay, that's not the answer.
Okay. What is?
In the loo.
It's the same thing. Wait a minute.
No, it's not. They're injured by falling in the toilet.
The loo is the bathroom. I get that one right. So I'm 2 out of 4.
No, you
Let's
don't,
go.
because, no, they get injured from falling in the toilet, so you didn't get that right.
I got it right.
Oh, you did that to me last week, so no.
We're in the United States. We don't call it a loo.
Well, that's what the question said, so nah.
Well, I got it right.
All right, I'll give you
let's
that
go.
one. So you're 2 out of 5.
Oh, that was 4, wasn't it?
No, that's 5.
Okay, well, then keep going. We got 2 more. Let's go. Chop, chop.
No, actually, that is 4. You're right. I crossed off the wrong question.
Oh, yeah. See, wait a minute. Words uttered by my wife. You are right. Oh, we even have it recorded, so this is great. I'm going to remember. I got this for 5.
All right.
Move
Number
on.
5.
Let's
14% of Americans could not locate which country on a map.
go. 14%. France.
Sorry, you're wrong. They could not locate America on the map.
Well, then they're pretty dumb.
I think you'd fall in that 14% category.
Okay. Okay, so I'm
All right.
I'm not doing real well, but let's keep. Okay.
Number 6. From an old Irish proverb, if you want to be criticized, get. What do you get?
But repeat that.
From an old Irish proverb, if you want to be criticized, get. What do you get? Come on, you're Irish. Even I knew this answer before I wrote the question
down.
down.
If you're Irish, come on. Get drunk.
No, Aunt, you get married.
Wow. I wonder I've been criticized for 11 years. Okay.
All right, number 7. Right now,
you
you're 2 out of 6. Not good. All right. And this one is a 3.
At least I got 2 right.
All right. This one is a 3-part question. So you actually can get 3 points on this question. Other than justice and liberty, how many females have appeared on the U.S. currency, and what are their names, and then what currency were they on?
Well, let's see. Sacagawea was on the that gold coin, that $1 gold coin.
Okay.
Let's see. Oh,
you gotta tell me how many there are too.
Wait a minute. You're pushing it.
No, it says, other than liberty and justice, how many females have appeared on the U.S. currency, what are their names, and name the currency they appeared on.
Susan B. Anthony, $50. Was it $1?
Yep, but you don't get that one right. So right now
well.
you've got 1 right.
Oh, God, I don't know the last one.
I'll give you a hint.
Yeah, I'll take a hint.
Founding father.
Let's see. Washington's wife?
And the name?
Oh, God, Martha.
Bingo. And what was she on?
I have no idea. I've never seen anything with Martha Washington on it.
All right. I will give you the answers. There were 3. Martha Washington, she was on the silver certificate back in the late 1800s.
Oh, I would have known
Susan-
that. Sure, I was around then.
Susan B. Anthony, the dollar coin, and it's Pocahontas was introduced on the $1 coin.
That's Sacagawea, not Pocahontas.
No, the question is Pocahontas.
They lied.
Pocahontas was the first one, and then they put it over to Sacagawea. Look up your
That's a
history.
trick question. See, I think you rigged those.
No, I didn't. I copied it right off of 7 random questions off of a website, and then I looked up the history on it. So
Well,
I'll
don't
tell you
you
what. So you actually got 5 out of 10 right.
Well, see, going back to gripes, there's my gripe. You put too much effort into this. It's supposed to be like stupid questions. Like, let me give you an example of a stupid random question. Okay.
Okay, I've got one more for you. If you can't get this one right, you're in big trouble.
No, God, I'm afraid.
Okay. The official drink of Ohio is what?
Well, hell if I know. Beer.
Tomato juice.
I don't drink a lot of tomato juice, so I wouldn't really know that now, would I?
Well, you ought to, because you used to drink Bloody Marys like they're going out of fashion.
Yeah, well, you know, usually cure a hangover. But here's my one random question to you.
No, we cannot go to the bathroom. Never mind.
No, pizza or burgers?
Pizzas or burgers?
Yeah. And there is a right answer.
I would actually have to say neither.
You're wrong. I'm a burger guy.
Nah, I'm a Franken Beans.
Well, I heard that about you.
Considering it's the only thing I can really eat right now. And I don't mean literally.
Okay, well, have you had any gummy bears lately? I mean,
No. Ha, ha, ha.
Inside joke.
Well, we have 2 minutes left in the show.
That's about it.
Yeah, that's about it. So you know what? Remind me never to do a show with you again.
Oh, well, we got to do one next week.
Oh, shucks.
Oh, my goodness. Only on this show where we turn a gripe night and just a little bit of... I think we have more fun with some random questions than we did with anything else. I think we ought to do a show next week. We'll do trivia night.
I think that would be awesome.
I think we'll do that. We'll do 7 random, but we'll also do something a little bit beyond that. We'll do trivia night, and I'll work out the details of it, and I'll post it on the Facebook, our Facebook page, facebook.com, Facebook.com, SKO Radio Show is our address for Facebook, and of course here on blogtalkradio.com/some kind of radio show, where you can listen to any of our episodes anytime on demand, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year, 366 on leap year. Hey, that's pretty smooth how I said that. All right.
Aren't you a genius?
I'm pretty smart. I was told that once by some guy. Of course, he was pretty drunk at the bar. He goes, "Hey, you're pretty smart, buddy." Anyway, everybody, we're going to sign off until next week. Same time, same place, some kind of radio show here on blogtalkradio.com, 6:30 p.m. from Debbie. This is Earl. See you next week. Bye-bye.
Catch you on the flip side. You have been listening to Some Kind of Radio Show with our host, Big E, Earl McCune. Tune in next week, same time, same place for another fun-filled episode. Have a great night and catch you on the flip side.